has taken the ice, and here come the Raiders.
The Massena Red Raiders taking the ice. We're going to take a break here for just a moment. Go back to our studios for a message. We'll be back with the start of the hockey game right after this on WMSA.
Couple of sons playing on the team.
Yes, he does. Couple of wingers, left wingers, Mark Santamore and Mike Santamore. And, of course, you might remember his other son was the goaltender a few years ago. Off the face-off. The puck controlled, well, momentarily by the Blue Streaks. They flip to the Massena line, and immediately they're called for controlling with a high stick.
Streaks dumping it into the Massena zone, and it was one of those 11.5-footers, and Eric DeRose, Captain Eric DeRose, said, I can't jump that high, so he reached up with his stick and knocked it down.
Waved it down. And, of course, Massena touched it. Here's a chance for Saratoga. Poke checked away. Comes out to the blue line, and the Streaks look to keep it in and don't as Walsh moves it out to center ice. Here comes Big Meacham. He's got O'Shea with him. Meacham takes it in left side. Right in front, O'Shea, shot, score! Timmy O'Shea and a nice pass from Eric Meacham. And the Raiders
in the slot area and coming hard without the puck, Timmy O'Shea. And he had a defenseman draped on him, but he out-muscled him and just redirected it by Molino. And that one only took 20 seconds. A beautiful goal.
So the Raiders take an early lead here in the first minute of play. And Massena leads 1-0 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Off the face-off, the Day line out there, Day, Ward, and Kerwin for Massena. Doing some forechecking right in front. Kerwin couldn't put a stick on it. Day is in there digging, as is Ward in the corner. Puck squirts free to Gosier. He flips it out to center ice. Headman goes to Justin Bergen. He dumps in the Massena zone. There's a race for it. Chris Payne, and the puck comes bouncing in front. Here's a shot across the goal mouth. Nobody there. Kerwin flips along the blue lines, kept into the point by Eustace. Eustace shot right on, and Hardy makes the save and holds on for the face-off.
Good hard effort and hustle by number 29, Chris Payne of the Blue Streaks. The puck was dumped in the Massena end, and he just outlegged the Raider defender to it, got there and dumped it out in front, and dangerously close to having a wide open net. But that's what coaches like to see, that good hustle, especially after the opposition has scored a goal.
Matt Hazel out there with his line mates. Mike Cameron is one. We'll see who the other wing is. That's Sean Kellogg. Puck bounces out to center ice. And it's picked up by the Streaks, knocked away by Cameron. Streaks again, and they're going to dump it into the Massena zone off the stick of Mike Payne. Comes to Drew Wonky. Wonky in the corner, flips along the board, and Payne steps in front of it. Has it poke checked away by Cameron. Payne in behind the net now for the Streaks. Centering pass. Goes right in front. The shot, save made by Hardy. And that puck came right out front to Jay LaTulip. And I think he was so surprised he was wide open in the low slot. And he got a little wood on it, but not much, and right at Hardy, he made the easy save. Incidentally, this line, LaTulip, Santamore, and Payne are all freshmen.
Yeah, and Jay LaTulip, number 96, he was standing alongside of number 18, Mike Santamore, both of them out in front of Aaron Hardy, and LaTulip, glorious opportunity, just couldn't connect.
Slack now, I'll take the face-off for Massena. Puck bounces into the corner. Slack after it, goes to Rochford. Trying to go back to Slack, it's taken away. Here's a chance for the Streaks. They move it right in the slot, but it's picked up by Rochford. Doesn't clear. Here's a shot. Nice save made by Hardy. Just got the leg out on it. Putting some pressure on is this team from Saratoga. Now it's DeRose. He'll go to John Rochford, left side of the net. Rochford skates up, has it poked away. Puck goes in the corner. After it there is Mike Santamore. He's taken hard into the boards. Puck comes to LaTulip in front, the backhander. He fired it wide. Puck around on the other side. Massena running around in their own end right now. Here's a centering pass knocked away by DeRose. Finally flips it ahead to the blue line, not out of the zone. Now it trickles out to center ice off a skate, dumped right back in, and the Saratoga Streaks will make a line change. They've been out there a long time. Here's John Rochford with it. Goes along the boards to Rosie. Ahead to DiAgostino. Headman to Slack. Got away from him. Back to the Blue Streaks line. Slack, first one off the ice that time on that shift. Here comes Massena back the other way to Rosie. Gets by the check. The puck got away from him as he got sandwiched. Puck bounces free in the corner. Timmy O'Shea after it, but it's in behind the net for the Streaks. Puck around the boards. Walsh pinching in. Steals the puck. Here's Justin Walsh looking for O'Shea. Gets it back again. Poked to the blue line. John Rochford shot right on. The save made. Rebound. Dumped out to center ice. And it bounces all the way back in the Massena zone. Benji Nightingale back after. He leaves it for Hardy. Hardy plays it back to Nightingale. And Benji starts out. Trying to center it. Knocked away. The puck comes back toward the blue line. And it's poked almost out to center ice. Doesn't get through, but we have a whistle. And I don't know, man in the crease, perhaps?
Might be a hand pass, I think. That's not a penalty. It might be a hand pass. Penalty, face-offs coming outside. That Massena goal, 22nd mark. Timmy O'Shea, his 7th of the year. Eric Meacham getting the assist. But one thing I like about this Saratoga club, scored on early, but they've come right back, and they're outworking the Raiders up in the Massena end. A lot of hustle. Notice Coach Santamore is just going with 3 lines. Had 4 lines listed, but he's running 3 lines right now.
Chris Payne's line out there now for Saratoga. Raiders control the puck. Walsh with it, takes a wave at it, missed it, dumped right back into the zone by Greg Gosier. Puck in behind the Massena net. Barkley there for the Raiders, looks ahead. Walsh just lets it go by, and it's going to trickle down the ice, far enough for icing, I believe. The whistle blows, and icing the call against the Raiders. That'll move the faceoff back inside their own zone. 11:50 left, first period, and on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it's 1-0 Massena.
Now, Jerry, if I'm not mistaken, did the sun peek through this morning? I think I saw a glimpse of the sun.
You did?
I was forgetting what that thing looked like. It's been...
Haven't seen much of it, that's for sure.
Well, I guess on the other side of the coin, we haven't seen much snow, so that's a fair trade-off.
Meacham to take the face-off in the zone against Payne. Face-off right side, Massena zone. Now they're going to, well, are they going to drop? They drop the puck. Puck controlled, Nightingale. Nightingale circles in behind his own net, looks, flips it around the boards for Timmy O'Shea. Bangs it to the blue line, kept in, now it's out to center ice. And Massena was breaking, but it hit Steve Kotzen, the official, and that broke up the breakout. And back to neutral ice, bouncing free. Here comes Payne again. Gosier shot on the backhand, and Hardy makes the save and lost it, but is cleared behind the net. Nightingale flips it around the boards for Walsh. Walsh trying to clear the zone, goes back to the blue line. Shot deflected in. That's going to be Chris Payne set up in front of the net on the shot from the blue line. He deflected it by Hardy, and the game is tied. And again, he was standing there all by himself, and nobody picked him up.
Little things department. No one picked him up. There was a delayed penalty against Massena, but as you would call it, Massena just prior to that, it broke out of their zone, had a 2-on-1. The defenseman stayed on the strong side. Eric Meacham chipped it by him and would have created a 2-on-1, yet it hit the official, Steve Kotzen, and it kept it in the neutral zone, and Saratoga dumped it back in, and some good hard work, kept it in, shot from the left point, and redirected by, as you mentioned, Chris Payne.
Payne gets the goal. Bergen gets the assist. So Bergen took the shot from the point. Dumped back in the zone by the Blue Streaks. After it, Wonky has it bounced away. Jeff Day with it. Day moves it, center ice. Picked up there by the Blue Streaks. Day trying to follow. It's Wonky instead. Drew Wonky just dumps it in the Saratoga zone. In behind the net. Stopped by the goaltender Molino. In digging for Day, centers it, bounces right across the crease. Nobody there for Massena, and back out to center ice. Ward takes a whack at it. Joey Ward with it, has it knocked away, comes to Wonky. He'll try the other side, Kerwin. Clint Kerwin dumps it. It's going to go side of the net, cleared into the corner by Jason Molino. Picked up by Duffy, the defenseman, trying to clear the zone, and they do. Here come the Streaks back the other way. Inside Massena territory, across the blue line, puck bounces off skates, picked up by the Raiders. And it's out to center ice. Brownell had a piece of it. And it's going to slide all the way down the ice, and icing will be called against Massena. The whistle blows, and the faceoff will move back inside Raider territory. 1-1 tie with 10:25 left in the first period on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
We can, right now, only less than 5 minutes played in the first period, but we know this is going to be an exciting hockey game, a lot better than last night's game. The Saratoga club, small, young, but as Bobby Santamore said, they've got a great skill level, and they're exhibiting that here early on.
Yeah, it's much, much better than, here's a puck in front, the shot, score! That's going to be Craig Gilmore. He was standing all by himself in the slot, and there was a scrum side of the net, and the puck squirted free to him. There he was, and he beat Hardy over the shoulder.
Big number 13, Captain Craig Gilmore, high in the slot, and that puck came right out to him. He was probably about 30 feet out, and he just one-timed it. No one around him. He just one-timed it. It was a bullet upstairs, up over the right shoulder, and the Saratoga Blue Streaks have struck quickly here for 2 goals.
Off the face-off, the puck trickles into Massena zone. Rochford moves it out to center ice. Raiders, Hazel. Hazel trying to slide it into Cameron. Defense gets there first, clearing it out to the circle. Kept in at the point. Here's Cameron again, knocked away from him. And out to center ice. DeRosie, stick handling at the blue line. He takes it across, trying to slide it through. Goes to Cameron. Cameron has it go off his stick in the corner. Cameron throws a check. The puck bounces free. They go after it in behind. Hazel has a stick tied up, couldn't come away with it. And now the puck comes out by the blue line and out to center ice. Rochford ahead to Cameron. He just tips it into the zone. Back after it is Eustace, the defenseman. Rips it around to the right side, pinching in. Here's Jeff Slack to Cameron in behind. Cameron back to Slack. The shot, he can't get a piece of it. And goalie Jason Molino jumps on it, holds on for the faceoff.
Mike Cameron working from behind that net where he's really effective. Found Jeff Slack cruising in that slot area, got it right out to him, but Jeffrey wasn't able to get a lot on it, and Molino, wise move, elected to hold on to get the Blue Streaks reorganized. 2-1 Saratoga.
9.5 left in the first period. Off the draw, Benji Nightingale. Quick wrist shot, doesn't get through. Here's the rebound. Save made. They bang at it. Comes to Slack in behind. Good chance for DiAgostino. Got a penalty on the Streaks. A delay call, and they touch the puck. There's going to be an interference call, and Massena will go on the power play, our first power play of the game, with 9:20 left in the first period. The Streaks lead the Raiders 2-1, and that penalty is going to go to Gary Gosier for interference.
Those two goals coming somewhere around 50 seconds apart. The tying goal by Chris Payne with Justin Bergen getting the assist, and the go-ahead goal, Craig Gilmore from number 22, Tommy Ellis, and number 21, Mark Sanamore, picking up the assists on that.
Massena on the power play. Back to the blue line. Barkley. Barkley in the corner to Justin Walsh. Walsh setting up, looking to set it up. Goes in behind to Meacham. Meacham back to the 45. Tim O'Shea. Back to Benji Nightingale. His pass intercepted, and it trickles out to center ice, and Barkley has to come back for it and flip it ahead. Here comes O'Shea picking it up now. Skates it ahead. O'Shea takes it across into the zone, looking to set up. Here's O'Shea setting up in the corner. O'Shea's trying to send it to Walsh. It's intercepted again, and the Streaks dump it down the ice. Back in the Massena zone. Barkley back after it. Leaves it for Meacham. Here comes Big Meacham. Back to Barkley. Barkley looks for Meacham. Pass intercepted. And again, back down in the Massena zone. Racing in to try to forecheck is Tommy Ellis. And the puck comes back to the blue line. Walsh ahead to O'Shea. O'Shea 2-on-2 with Meacham. Here's O'Shea trying to get by the defense. Takes it in front. Gets a short side shot. And the save is made by Molino. O'Shea in front. Back to Barkley. Barkley shot. Right on, score! And it was a little knuckler that hit the defenseman and then went right through the legs of Molino. And the Raiders have tied it up on the power play.
Tied it up, and Adam Barkley's first goal, but a lot of great hustle by Timmy O'Shea, who dug it out from behind the net, threw it out in the slot area, and came all the way back, and Adam Barkley got off not a hard shot, but it hit something, and redeflected, and Molino still felt he had time he thought he had it, but went right between the legs through the 5-hole, and the Raiders have tied it up.
We'll pick a Power 8 power play winner here in just a moment when play breaks again. Here's the puck stolen in front momentarily by Kerwin, knocked away. Out to center ice. Now it's Hearn with it, flipping it ahead for Massena, knocked away from him. And it trickles into the zone, and Chaz Hearn picks it up for Massena. Rips it around behind the net. O'Shea picking up one assist, and that's it. Puck in the corner, Massena zone as they dig for it there. It comes to Jeff Day. Day, headman pass. Kerwin. Kerwin takes it out, being forechecked there by Gilmore. Puck pokes free. Comes back to the Streak zone. They're going to dump it down the ice. That should have been an icing, but it wasn't called. And the puck comes around the boards. Gilmore in the corner now for Saratoga. Knocked away. Day picks it up. Puck squirts free in front. And here comes Drew Wonky. Wonky takes it across. He gets mugged, but stays with it. And the puck is dumped deep in Saratoga territory. 2-2 tie here about halfway through the first period. Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Here come the Blue Streaks. Pass intercepted. Back in their zone. Back out again. Kellogg flips it ahead. And it comes in behind the net. Back after it there is Phil Eustace, the other defenseman. The Eustace brothers. And here comes Saratoga as they move it out to center ice. Puck poked along the blue line. Into the Massena zone. It goes in behind the net. John Rochford back after it. Picks up a forechecker. Gets knocked down. Gets back up again. Picks up the puck. Wraps it around the boards. Out to center ice. Dumped back in the zone again. Delay offsides. Saratoga clears. And it's Rochford again. Rochford bangs it ahead out to center ice. Bounces to the red line. Picked up there by the Streaks to the Massena blue line. DeRosie moves it back out again. Kellogg to Hazel. He shovels it inside Streaks territory. Cameron around the corner after it. Flips it side of the net. It's intercepted there. And here's a hard check thrown. by Spanky Seacott, but the Streaks will move it out to center ice. 2-on-2. Here's a shot from center. That's way wide. The big rebound, John Rochford clears it around the boards. Here come the Raiders. DeRosie's got a man breaking. It's Cameron, and it goes behind him. Back inside Massena territory. We got a penalty behind the play. No?
Yeah. Yes, there is. It might be a misconduct, too. I thought number 17, Chad Lewis. I'll see if he's it's going to go against Massena. Well, and I know the reason why. Jeff Day was literally mugged. I was going to comment on that down in his own end. He's going to get a misconduct, but number 17, Chad Lewis, took him into the boards, elbowed him, cross-checked him, and all over him. No call right in front of the official, and he must have said something coming the other way, and he picked up a misconduct. But I was going to make a comment. I said, boy, they blew that one. And Lewis got away with one, and Massena picked up. I'm sure it's going to be misconduct.
Yeah, it is, and there's, of course, a minor penalty that goes along with it. Massena scored a power play goal. We picked a Powerade power play winner. It is Susan St. Thomas of County Route 39 in Massena. Susan, congratulations. Sue St. Thomas wins a case of Coca-Cola Powerade on the Powerade power play. Well, speaking of power plays, we'll get to see the Saratoga power play right now.
But the perfect example, Jerry, you can't, even though, you're playing the game, you can't officiate. Even though you feel there was an injustice, you can't say anything. You put your team at a disadvantage. But I can sympathize with Jeff Day.
Off the faceoff, here's a shot. Hardy makes the save, the rebound. It's deflected up over the net. Puck in the corner. Dipsy doodling around, picked up by Benji Nightingale. Just looks to tie it up. It squirts free along the boards. Another penalty on Massena. A hit from behind on Barkley. No question about that one.
Good call, no question. Adam Barkley hitting from behind, got the Saratoga player into the boards, and the Raider penalty killing core is really going to be tested right now. The Blue Streaks coming in with a good special teams. I'm not sure what any numbers are, but Coach Sanamore felt his special teams are, especially his penalty killing, and on that first Massena penalty, they weren't that successful. The Raiders got a power play, but let's see how their power play. Two-man advantage. Face-off will be inside.
Barkley is going off the ice.
What is that? Is that automatic hitting from behind? Is it
an automatic game?
Oh boy! I thought there had to be some maybe a area of intent in there.
Rochford got the unsportsmanlike and a 10-minute misconduct. So Barkley, it was not a very flagrant. I mean, it was an obvious penalty, but I guess that's automatic now. A hit from behind is an automatic game misconduct.
Well, they're trying to protect the players, and Adam Barkley, certainly one of the more Lady Bing-like hockey players in the
very
in
surprising.
The NAC.
Very surprising.
The last thing he would certainly do, and he pushed the youngster, and he kind of caught his edge and went into the boards, but. I wasn't aware that it was an automatic disqualification, but it's to protect the players.
Off the faceoff, two-man advantage for the Streaks. They move it back to the blue line. They got a man in front, couldn't get it to him. Massena's just got three players, Nightingale, O'Shea, and Walsh out there. Comes back to the blue line. Here's a shot blocked by O'Shea. He lost his stick, or Walsh rather. It's underneath him, and the whistle blows. Justin Walsh blocked the shot and lost his stick and kind of didn't actually sit on it, but didn't let it go either, and he got the whistle, which is what he wanted to do.
Chad Lewis, number 17, two-man advantage, had it back at the left point, and he could have gone to the other point. He could have gone down in the corner, and he elected to try to put it through Justin Walsh, who was out there about 45, 50 feet. Not a wise decision by Chad Lewis, especially with a two-man advantage, but they're able to keep the face-off inside the zone.
Jay LaTulip will face it off against Meacham out there now. Off the faceoff, back to Lewis at the blue line, trying to flip it through. Meacham steals it, moves it back to the blue line, but now it's poked away. Apparently didn't get out of the zone. I thought it did. Here comes the Blue Streaks as they move it into the corner left side, looking to set it up. Massena kind of with a diamond. They got a man breaking in front, but they go back to the blue line. And the puck poked away. They get it back again, back to the blue line. Moving it around, that's Duffy. Duffy flips it into the corner, gets it back again. He gets a shot off. It's gloved by Hardy, and he holds on for the face-off. We're down to 29 seconds in Rochford's penalty, 42 seconds in the minor penalty that was assessed to Adam Barkley. And we're down to 5:01 left in the first period. It's still a 2-2 tie.
Excellent job by the up front, or not up front, there's only three of them. Eric Meacham, Jeff Day, and Captain Eric DeRosa on the point, as you mentioned, in that diamond when you're down two-man, inverted triangle, whatever you want to call it. That's doing an excellent job, and that wasn't a very hard shot, and Aaron Hardy handled it easily.
Face off right side of Massena zone, off the draw. O'Shea gets a piece of it, but doesn't get it out of the zone. Here's a shot from the blue line, save made by Hardy, and a good one. Walsh flips it in behind the net. Streaks control, though. In front, they can't get the shot off, goes back to the blue line. Moving it around, they got a man free in the slot. Backhander in front, that was Latoul up the shot. The save made Hardy, and he holds on for the face-off. And 11 seconds left in the first penalty. So far, the Raiders doing a real good job on the penalty kill.
Excellent, and the streaks moved around really well that time, and number 14, Mike Payne, set up all alone in front, and Aaron Hardy, just with a great glove save, just stoned him. And just prior to that, a shot from the point, he made the save. I'm not sure if he saw it or not. It was redeflected, but he was in the right spot at the right time.
Face off. Comes into the slot. Here's the backhander blocked in front by Massena to the blue line. Here's a shot knocked down in front. Raiders move it ahead to Walsh. Walsh trying to take a wave at it. One of the penalties has elapsed. They got a man free in front. The shot save, Hardy. Puck in the corner as Massena back with 4 players out on the ice. 6 seconds left. They still got a penalty. Here's the puck around the horn. Saratoga with a puck in the zone. Stolen away by O'Shea momentarily. Has it knocked away. They get a man back. The puck in free behind the net. We got another penalty on Massena. And the Raiders still haven't touched the puck. Now they do. And the whistle blows.
Probably it's going to be
a charge?
Is it
could have been maybe an interference, but
I tell you, Aaron Hardy absolutely robbed Mike Payne twice in that shift, and right at the end, the one you call, it was Payne and another blue, with 2 on none, and Payne walked right in, looked head up, and he went upstairs, glove side, and Aaron Hardy with just a rapier-like left arm, just get out there and pick that thing, a super save to keep this a 2-2 hockey game.
4:07 left in the first period. It is a 2-2 tie. Seacott goes for charging. Off the face-off, here's Latoul, up shot, save made, Hardy. Puck in behind the net. Now it's picked up there by Craig Gilmore. Gilmore trying to slide through, knocked away, but not out of the zone. Massena with a chance to clear and didn't. Here comes the puck, Gilmore's shot, scores. Right up over the shoulder, and a power play goal for Saratoga makes it 3-2 for the Streaks.
That's his second goal, and he put it in the exact same spot that he did his first one. This one from a little further out, but as you called it, the Raiders had a chance to clear the zone. They couldn't. The strong side defenseman stayed there, knocked it down in the corner, and I don't know what number threw it out in front, but Gilmore coming down the slot, almost dead center, a little to the right, but he, again, just one time to bullet high up over the right shoulder of Aaron Hardy, and there wasn't a goalie in the world could have stopped that shot.
So it's 3-2 Saratoga. The Raiders finally give up the power play goal, but they've been down 1-man and 2-man for a long time. Gilmore gets the goal. Jay Latoulip will get the assist. Puck in the corner, Saratoga zone. They lead 3-2. Pretty wild and woolly first period already. Here come the Blue Streaks breaking out of the zone. Here's a shot from center ice, bounces in behind the net. After Drew Wonke takes it in the corner, he gets tied up. The puck's still in there as they dig for it. Comes free again behind the net. After it, in front, the puck cleared to the blue line, bounces and kept in at the point. Very good. Here's the puck in the slot. They get a man free and they score again. And that's going to be, let's see here, Kevin O'Toole, as Massena running around in their own end again. And again, they had a chance to clear the zone and didn't. You know, the defensemen from Saratoga are pretty good at keeping the puck in, but all you got to do is kind of tip it by them instead of fire it right at them.
Well, the Raiders having trouble handling those guys in front. They just can't seem to move them out of there, trying to push them up. At that time, O'Toole, good hard work by Saratoga behind the net. And O'Toole, that was his first shift. He's on the 4th line, hadn't been out there, and he just came late down the middle, picked up that puck that in the slot area and didn't make any mistake. He ripped a shot. Again, same spot up over the right shoulder. And
so the Blue Streaks score their 4th goal of the game and lead 4-2 over Massena in the first period. Here's DeRosa. Moving it around to Cameron. Cameron takes it across. Michael Cameron takes it in the corner, right side. Gets tied up there by defenseman Eric Rubin. In behind the net. Cameron tries to go 3, knocked away. Comes over to Farmer on the other side. Farmer trying to dump it back through, knocked away from him. Bouncing puck. to the blue line. Here's a drive from the point, knocked down. Kept in there, though. Farmer trying to center, nobody there. And the Streaks come up with it, clear it to the blue line, and it's out to center ice. And dumped on the backhand, back in Massena territory. In behind the net is DeRosie. He gets by one forechecker, starts it ahead. Long headman pass goes by everybody out to center ice. Picked up there by Eustace. Eustace flips it ahead, knocked away from him. Back in the zone momentarily, back out to center ice. Poked back inside Saratoga territory. Comes to DeRosie. DeRosie backs up into his own zone, then flips it ahead. Trying to get it to D'Agostino, knocked away from him. Now back the other way comes Massena. Cameron takes it across, slides it into the corner. Picked up there by the Blue Streaks, but kept in by Cameron again. Puck around the boards. D'Agostino with it in the corner. Gets tied up. Puck squirts free. Cameron flips it to D'Agostino, who goes in behind the net. Now Slack after it. Jeff Slack controls the puck behind the net. Gets tied up by the defenseman. That's Eric Rubin, and the puck slides away from him to the blue line and out to center ice. Wonky picks it up there. Flips it back inside. Here comes D'Agostino, winds up, shot right on, save made, and holding on for the faceoff will be Jason Molino.
You talk about a turn of events, and the Blue Streaks being scored upon in the first 20 seconds. Do we have a penalty coming up here? Would the official coming to the... Looks like Saratoga's going to pick up a penalty. I don't know what for, but we'll soon know. And the Raiders coming on the power play. I mentioned turn of events.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty to Phil Eustace, and I didn't really see it, to be honest with you.
I don't think
anybody else did either.
The Saratoga bench is scratching. Coach Bobby Santamores, he's got his hands open. What was that for? And but the Raiders, with 2:03 left in the period, down 4-2. Going to go. Coach Santamore said before the game, we've got a lot of skill. We're young, but the skill level's high, and I agree. They're especially offensively. They work hard in there. When you work hard, good things happen. They've just out-hustled and out-muscled the Raider defense in front of that net and in the corners.
So Massena will have a power play. Gosier picked up a misconduct. Oh, that's what it was. Here's Timmy O'Shea trying to slide it to Meacham. Goes off a leg. Eustace picked up a penalty as well. A hit after the whistle, and here's golfed up into the wall. But Massena also picked up a penalty. That's why there's only one penalty up there, as Rochford picked up a penalty for something.
Well, the mystery penalty was the hitting after the whistle, I guess. And yeah. I don't know, the misconduct, again, something must have been said. I didn't, but looks like we're in for a lot of penalties here. They're calling them like crazy.
I guess so. They want to earn their money out there. Face off left side. Off the draw, Massena wins it. Back to Benji Nightingale at the blue line. Goes to O'Shea, back to Nightingale, back to O'Shea at the 45. He looks up, skates in, goes to Meacham, takes it in front, shot short side. Save made by Molino. Meacham likes to come out from behind the net like that, and he got the shot off, but didn't really have any room to shoot, and Molino hung with him and made the save.
His favorite spot on that power play is to the left of the goaltender. He's a left-handed shot, gives him that whole net to shoot at, and the overload, O'Shea and Meacham, and O'Shea got it down low, and there was no one there. He's able to step right out in front, but he tried to stuff it short side.
Off the face-off. Puck controlled by Massena, Benji Nightingale. At the blue line, almost waited too long, get rid of it, goes to O'Shea. O'Shea circles at the 45. Back to Meacham, steps in front again, trying to go across the goal mouth that time, but it was deflected. Almost worked, though. Here's Walsh. Walsh in behind the Meacham. Meacham to O'Shea, can't get the shot out. Back to Meacham, whacks at it, but it's covered up by Molino, and he holds on. Massena moving around pretty well in the power play and getting chances, but so far they haven't been able to get it by Molino on this shift.
Well, what happened on that last one that almost worked, that Justin Walsh on the other side, he's down too low. I mean, you've got the guy on the Meacham on the strong side down low, but Justin, if he was up a little further towards the net, in front of the net, he had himself a goal. He was down on the goal line, and you can't pick up rebounds there or screen anybody from there. You got to get up a little higher on that weak side.
Face off left side, still inside Saratoga territory. Off the draw, O'Shea flips it in behind for Meacham. Meacham after it. Puck bounces around. Walsh digging for it. Walsh gets tied up. 25 seconds left in the power play. Comes free to Meacham. Big Meach with it. Goes to O'Shea. Timmy steps into the circle. He's got room shot. Save. Rebound. Meacham can't put a stick on it. They bang at it. And it's still free. They score. Meacham picks up The rebound finally, and the Raiders get one back here to make it 4-3.
Well, Timmy O'Shea looked like he was going to tie it, walked right in there, danced around a couple of players, but Molino made the save, but the rebound just lying there looked like, he was going to have several opportunities, several seconds to pick it up, but he just couldn't cover it up, and I'd have to credit that one to Molino, lack of covering that thing up, and Eric Meacham just lurking in the area, knocked it in the empty net.
So we'll have another Powerade power play winner in just a moment when we have another break in the action. But right now, Raiders control. It's Ward. Nice headman to Day. Day gets knocked off the puck, trying to stay with it, but it's taken away. And we're down to 32 seconds and counting. Here come the Streaks into the Massena zone. They get it free in front, and it's knocked downside of the net, and Hardy tries to cover it up. Now there's pushing and shoving, and there's going to be more penalties here, no question about it. And while we have a break here, we'll pick another Powerade power play winner and put them all in a box here and pull out a winner and see who we come up with. And the winner is Billy Kovach of Main Street in Norfolk. Billy Kovach wins a case of Powerade as the Raiders score a Powerade power play goal.
Good rush that time by number 22, Tommy Ellis, dancing down that right side deep and was able to take the defenseman to the corner and then walk around him and threw the puck out in front, and a narrow miss for the Blue Streaks. And I don't know.
No,
there's no penalties, just a lot of pushing and shoving, but no penalties. I hope we don't have one of those penalty-filled contests. That's because these are two good clubs out here, and I haven't seen anything flagrant. Let them play hockey. Let's let the game flow here.
Okay, Day will take the face-off against LaTulip in the Massena zone. Off the draw, puck comes in behind the net. Here's Brownell with it, flips it along the boards. Kerwin to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Day with it with 16 seconds. He's hauled down, no call. Can't believe it. Here's DeRosie trying to come up with it. In the zone, bounces free, 7 seconds left. And the Streaks just flip it to the Massena line. They bang at it with 2-1. That'll take care of the period. And then they call a penalty at the end of the period. And who's it going to be?
It's on number 17, Clint Kerwin. I'm sure they're going to give him an elbowing call. His misconduct from when Jeff Day got really mugged and there was no call. That's what he was upset about.
There have been some phantom calls and some non-calls, and it's been interesting. A lot of goal scoring. Puck inside Massena's zone. They try to center it in front, but it's knocked down by the Raiders. Comes back toward the blue line, but kept in at the point. Saratoga on the power play, leading by a goal. Massena trying to kill it off. Comes back to the blue line. Here's the shot blocked. It bounces out to center ice off the pads of Timmy O'Shea. O'Shea steals the puck. Here comes O'Shea busting in on the right side. Drops it. Walsh, a quick shot. Blocked. Comes to O'Shea behind the net. Centers it right in front, but it bounces back into the circle, and it's picked up there by Craig Gilmore. Gilmore moves it out to center ice, trying to get the return pass, and across the line it goes. Inside Massena territory, nice poke check by DeRosie, breaking up the play. As racing in there was Ellis. Back to the blue line, came out of the zone, and back in again, and offsides will be called. 40 seconds left in the power play. 14-10 in the second period. On the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, Saratoga leads Massena 4-3.
Number 22, Tommy Ellis. We remember when he was either an 8th grader or a freshman playing with this club, and he's got a lot of potential out there. He's now a junior. He can really motor, handles the puck really well.
Jeff Day out to take the face-off. He and Meacham out there now to kill, along with Benji Nightingale and, let's see, who's that other? Drew Wonky, I guess. And Wonky's got the puck and flips it ahead. Down the ice it goes. Deep in the zone. Racing for Day. Poke checked by the goalie away from him at the last second. Around the boards and to the blue line. Poked away by Meacham. Got a long reach. He took advantage of it. Puck dumped into the Massena zone, but Benji Nightingale bounces it. Takes a funny bounce, in fact, down the ice and back inside Saratoga territory. Back after it, Sam Brewer, the defenseman, moves it ahead. And the Streaks come out, but it's stolen by Meacham again. And he dumps it behind. 7 seconds left in the power play. Massena will get a man back here in just a sec, and they steal the puck again. Day takes it across. 1-on-5. It's knocked away, comes back to him again. He takes a wave at it. They bang for it, side of the net. Ward takes a backhander, doesn't get through. The Raiders kill that one off, and Saratoga really didn't have much of a chance on that power play. Tough at the beginning of a period for some reason.
It is. An excellent job by the Raider killers.
They flip it to the Massena line. Into the zone it goes. Trying to get by is Gilmore. Wonky takes him out of the play. Comes to Latulip behind the net. Puck slid around the boards. Kerwin with it. Takes a whack at it. Knocked away from him. The puck still free. Here's Latulip. Takes it into the corner. Looking to set it up. Back out by the blue line. Here's the drive. Through traffic. Deflected in. And Saratoga makes it 5-3. And I'm not sure who that hit on the way through. But it was a shot about waist high from the blue line, and it bounced off somebody and in behind goaltender Aaron Hardy.
Excellent job by Jay Latulip, who dug the puck out of the corner to the left of Hardy, threw it back to the point to a big Eric Rubin, and he one-timed a bullet, as you mentioned, might have been a little higher than waist high, up around it, hit something in front and changed directions. We'll see if Rubin gets the goal.
Here comes Saratoga again across the blue line, but Massena breaks it up. Yeah, Rubin does get the goal. Here comes Cameron across the blue line. Oh, just ahead of the play was Kellogg. Offsides the call.
Well, first of all, I know Ellis, Latulip, threw the puck back to the point to Rubin, and it did hit something, evidently hit a Massena player in front, but big number 2, Eric Rubin, who is on the third set of D for the Blue Streaks, gets the goal at puts them up 5-3. That coming at the 2:09 mark.
Hazel off the faceoff, takes it across, trying to bring it in front of the net, but it's cleared by Duffy to the blue line. It pokes out to center ice. Here comes Saratoga into the Massena zone. They just dump it in behind the net. Raiders try to clear it around the boards. Cameron with it, bangs it, doesn't clear the zone. Knocked down and back out to center ice. And that was off the stick of Chaz Hearn for Massena. Now the Blue Streaks dump it again. In behind the net, DeRosie after it in his own end. Eric DeRosie with it, steps by the check and starts it out. Here's DeRosie. Headman pass, meant for Cameron. A little bit too far. Knocked back along the boards to the Massena line, and it goes back inside Massena territory. Still 5-3 in favor of the Blue Streaks on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. And they keep the puck in. They got a man in front, but they can't get it to him. That's Latulip, and he digs the puck out of the corner. Latulip drops it in behind. Trying to move it around. They center it, but it's knocked away by Hardy, and it comes to DeRosie. DeRosie circles back, picks up a forechecker in Santamore. That's Mike Santamore, another freshman. It's an all-freshman line. Mike Payne with the puck now. Stick handles, moves it back to Latulip. His shot blocked in behind the net. Goes around on the other side. They try to center it, but it comes free, and the Raiders move it out to center ice. Here comes Anthony DiAgostino, and he just flips it. It's going to bounce right in on Molino, and he has to make the save. DiAgostino goes into the corner after it, comes back out by the blue line and out to center ice. Drew Wonky will chase it down and pick it up in his own end. Wonky comes in behind the net and lost his edge. Latulip picks up the puck. He's got a man in front. He shoots. Hardy holds on and makes the save.
Highway robbery. I'll tell you, Aaron Hardy just robbed number 22. That's Tommy Ellis. Hardy was down, flat on his side, and Ellis poked the puck out from under him, came free, and he had the whole net, and he tried to go upstairs with it, and Aaron Hardy came up with a big left glove, and Ellis is just beside himself. He's had his hands on his head. He had an easy goal. Great save by Aaron Hardy.
Still 5-3. Saratoga leading Massena. 10:57 left in period number 2. Here's a shot off the faceoff. Hardy makes the save. Ellis digs it out, trying to center. Goes all the way back out to center ice. And it's picked up there at the red line. Dumped back in the Massena zone. Knocked down by Benji Nightingale. He'll start it out. Nightingale just dumps it into Saratoga territory. Back after Chad Lewis. Rips it around and out to center ice. Raiders trying to control it there. Mike Northrup over to Nightingale. Nightingale flips it in the zone. Didn't quite make it in. It's dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Saratoga. With 10:26 left in the second period, the faceoff will move back inside Saratoga territory. 5-3 in favor of the Blue Streaks on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
I guarantee you, Jerry, if that line of Mike Santamore, Jay Latulip, and Mike Payne stay together in about 2 years, look out. They're only freshmen. Look out when they're juniors, and watch out when they're seniors. They can really motor right now. They work really well together.
Off the faceoff, Massena out there with their first line. We have a whistle.
Ooh. Oh, the official got hit right. Charlie Pitts got puck deflected right in the face.
It looks like he's must have got underneath the face shield.
I don't think it cut him. He's coming over here. He's
going to call a high stick on Blue Streaks. Tom Ellis. I didn't see that one either. No, that's not Ellis. That's Mark Santamore.
The Saratoga players are looking back at the bench to their coach, and they're, what was that one? I'm not sure. I thought it was, the puck was dumped along the boards, and the referee right on the blue line, and it hit the corner of the dash or the glass by the Massena player bench and redirected and hit the official, and I thought that's what the whistle was for.
So high sticking the call, so the Raiders back on the power play. They've gotten a couple of power play goals already. Here's O'Shea with it. Flipping it in behind him. Meacham in front and Walsh, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Great passing play, and down the ice it goes. Oh, boy. Here's Hardy with it. We have a whistle. Behind the play, controlling with a high stick. Massena apparently touched it with a high stick on the way by. And so the face-off will go inside Massena territory.
Justin Walsh,
what a great opportunity.
He couldn't pull the trigger, and I think the Saratoga player had his stick hooked right at the last second. But, it had a wide open net.
Off the draw. Raiders start to move it, poked away. Comes back to Rochford. Rochford to DeRosie. Long head man. Goes down the ice. They wave the icing off, ruling that Saratoga could have played it. They try to wrap it around the boards in the corner. Comes to Meacham. Meacham trying to go to O'Shea out by the circle. Back to the blue line. DeRosie winds up his shot through traffic. Scores! I think Meacham might have got it on the way through, and the Raiders get another power play goal to make it 5-4 Saratoga.
Again, little things. They waved off the icing, and Saratoga questioned that. They thought Massena should have been called for icing. That's what they're doing now. The Raiders dug it out of the corner. I think it was Meacham got it back to Eric DeRosie on that right point, and he rocketed a low bullet, and it hit something in front. It might have hit Justin Walsh or Meacham, but it redirected through Molino's legs, and the Raiders have pulled within one at 5-4, and that will be a power play goal.
Well, I agree with that non-call. I don't think it was icing because Lewis had a chance to play it and kind of let it go by.
Okay, we agree to disagree.
Okay.
I thought it was a nice...
All right. Here comes Saratoga. Latulip cranks it way high, and that whips all the way around to the other corner, but it's kept in. Comes to John Rochford in behind the net. Rochford flips it around the boards for Kerwin. Kerwin starts it ahead. Headman pass, a little bit too far for Ward. Kerwin follows up and dumps it. That'll be an icing call. No, they wave that one off. Puck sits in the circle, in behind the net, in front, Day's shot. Save the rebound, it's still free. Goes wide around the boards. Here's Rochford. Kept in at the point by DeRosie. Flips it into Kerwin behind the net. Knocked away from him. It comes to Latulip. Doesn't clear the zone. Rochford trying to slide it through. He has it knocked away, gets it back again. Flips it in behind the net. Picked up there by the defense. They try to wrap it around the boards to Mike Santamore. Kept in at the point again by Massena. Here comes DeRosie. Poked away from him out by the blue line. Saratoga trying to get it out. They finally do. DeRosie takes a whack at it. Trickles away from him. Rochford. Headman to Kerwin. Kerwin had day breaking. Couldn't get it to him. And it goes into the zone again. That could have been an icing too. Puck out to center ice. Dumped right back to the blue line. Goes off a body. Shane Farmer after it. He gets tied up along the boards. Bouncing puck in skates right in front of the Saratoga bench. Where is it? It's still moving along the boards. Where is it? It's still moving along the boards. Finally, Saratoga breaks across into the Massena zone. Here's the shot. Hardy makes the save. Good save by Hardy off the stick of Mike Payne. Back out, back in the zone. We've seen almost everything in this hockey game. It's 5-4 for Saratoga. Only thing we haven't seen is much defense. Raiders still don't crawl. Here's the shot. Gloved by Hardy. It's off the net. And Aaron will hold on for the faceoff with 8 minutes even left in the second period. It's 5-4 Saratoga on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
And the crowd got a little excited. They felt there was a hit from behind right in front of the Saratoga bench. One of the Saratoga players definitely hit the Massena player in the back and drove him into the bench. You got a roar from the crowd, but no penalty. We've got 8 minutes left in the second period. 5-4 Saratoga.
Off the faceoff, here's a shot wide in the corner. Inside Massena territory. Hard check thrown there. Benji Nightingale trying to come up with a puck. The puck bounces free, and Wonky flips it around on the other side. In the corner, puck comes right back to Wonky. He looks, he'll try the right side. Ahead to DiAgostino, flips it out not quite out of the zone, but now he follows, moves it out back in, but everybody's cleared, and it bounces just across the blue line to center ice. Here comes Saratoga back in. Chris Payne gets a shot, and he fired it wide. Puck in the corner. Around the board, Saratoga moving it out to the blue line. Bounces free. Raiders look to move it ahead. Here's Slack with it. Slides it by one. He's taken out of the play, and the puck picked up on the defense by Phil Eustace. Eustace with the puck in behind the net. Looking for his wing. Out to center ice it comes. Nice headman pass. Here comes Kevin O'Toole, who has a goal. Drop pass knocked away. It comes to Nightingale and just manages to crawl out over the blue line. Hard check thrown by Wonky. Seacott picks up the loose puck. Has it get away from him. Bouncing puck. Wonky kicked at it. Missed it. He broke his stick. Now the puck comes bouncing in front of the Massena bench. It's picked up by DiAgostino, flips it in the zone. Massena in the middle of a line change. Puck in the corner. Walsh after it. He gets by the check to O'Shea. To Walsh in front. Can't get that shot off. And the puck comes bouncing free. And back comes Saratoga out to center ice. Here comes Saratoga across the blue line. And into the zone it goes in the corner. That was Gilmore after it. He gets taken out of the play. Puck ripped around the boards. And it's picked up there by John Rochford in behind the net. Rochford, he's upended. Gets a whack at it. Comes free. They got a man side of the net. That's Gilmore. He centers it. Goes right across the goal mouth. Nobody there. And Timmy O'Shea picks it up. Here comes O'Shea. He gets knocked down out to center ice. That could have been a call. The puck bounces free. Rochford picks it up. Here's Rochford at his own blue line. He skates it ahead. Across the red line. Into the zone. Cranks it up. Offsides will be the call.
Both teams running around a little bit right now. They're all over the place, a little out of sync, and I'm sure both coaches want to rein them back a little bit and say, hey, come on, let's get under control. Let's not do things that we can't possibly do. Skate your wing, skate your position, but it's not through lack of effort, up and down.
Now there's another penalty. Drew Wonky. Oh, no, he's just coming over to get the broken apparently it's not a broken stick. Maybe it's a stick that he lost, and he went over and got another one. And so he goes over to the penalty box and picks it up.
Not a large crowd here today, Jerry, but those who are here are witnessing a very entertaining hockey game.
Yeah, it's an interesting game, to say the least. Off the faceoff, puck back inside Saratoga territory. Now it comes bouncing out toward the blue line. The blue streaks don't clear it. It trickles. Well, did it get out? I'm not sure. Now it does. Now they bounce around with it, and finally Saratoga picks it up and dumps it in the zone. Around the horn it goes. Ward with it. Ward has it get tied up. Now it's shoveled in behind the net. Johnny Rochford is there. Rochford moves it along the boards. Kerwin bangs it off the boards out to center ice. Streaks pick it up their own blue line. Ward almost stole. Now Kerwin overskates the puck. Puck bounces back to Latulip. They got a man breaking into the zone. Here's a chance. The shot. He didn't get it off. Now he gets a weak one off. And Hardy covers up and holds on for the face-off as Mike Santamore had a great chance all by himself. And Hardy made a super save.
And what a pass right here at the red line by Jay Latulip. It just, I don't know how he saw Santamore on that side over there on the left side. Made a great pass, and I think Santamore, if he had to do it over, he just hitch his belt up a step, and he had a breakaway. He slowed down, and then at the last second, elected not to shoot. He elected to pass. He still had a good shot at Aaron Hardy, but a great lead pass by Jay Latulip.
I'll tell you what, that third line, that freshman line, has been super today.
Oh,
they might be their best line.
I can't believe they're all freshmen.
I know. Across the blue line, just across. Massena trying to clear the zone. They can't. Now it's poked away. Picked up there and out to center ice. Off the stick of Sean Kellogg. Dumped right back in the Massena zone. Comes bouncing into the corner. Drew Wonky with it. Whacks at it. It's kept in. Here's a chance in front. Short side shot. Hardy makes the save and holds on. And really, Chris Payne came in a real sharp angle. Didn't have much to shoot at.
All three centers on their first three units, Ellis Payne, Chris Payne, and Jay Latulip can really skate. I tell you, they're exceptional skaters. They handle the puck really well. And they see all the ice.
Off the face-off. The puck sits in the circle. Raiders try to control it. They can't. Puck in the corner along the boards. Cameron takes a whack at it to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Michael Cameron, 2-on-1 with Kellogg. Cameron takes it across, skates in, shot, save. Oh, big save by Molino. Cameron was shooting for the corner, and he didn't quite get it where he wanted it.
Exactly, he was. He was going for the glove side, and he didn't. He just got it a little bit too much inside towards the middle, but great play by Michael Cameron. He knocked the puck down at his own blue line, knocked it ahead to himself and created the 2-on-1, and he used the number 12 Kellogg as a decoy. The defenseman drifted towards Kellogg, and he turned and got a good shot off, but not quite where he wanted to put it.
Off the face-off. The score, by the way, is 5-4 Saratoga in the second period. And here come the Blue Streaks again out to center ice. Benji Nightingale, and he does a good job breaking up the play. It was actually almost a 2-on-0, but Nightingale got back. Here's Cameron with it. He just backhands it in the Streak territory. Just under 4.5 to play here in the second period. Streaks move it ahead out to center ice. Here comes Gilmore. He feeds a man breaking in front. The shot, and Hardy makes a great save again. I'm not sure who that was. Ellis?
Tommy Ellis.
Oh, my goodness.
Great save.
Great save. As they got him free. Now the puck comes into the zone. Here comes Gilmore again. He's got Ellis breaking. This time Gilmore gets knocked off the puck, and it comes free to Wonky. Wonky on the wing trying to get it out of there. Kellogg, I don't believe he did. Here's a check thrown there. He takes a whack at it. Puck still free. Nobody seems to be able to get a hold of it. Bounces around and comes out. Yeah, it did come out that time. Offsides will be called on Saratoga.
A great pass by number 13, Craig Gilmore, to send Tommy Ellis all alone from the Massena blue line. Get in behind the defense. I don't know where the weak side defenseman was, but Gilmore sent him away. He went right in and elected the deke, and he just put several moves on, but Aaron Hardy wasn't buying any of it. And when Ellis went to his forehand, Hardy was there. Great save.
Hardy's had an excellent game.
Yes,
Here comes Massena across the blue line. That's still in the zone. Jeff Slack with it. Shoots it deflected. In the net. It's tied. I think Seacott will get the goal in front. Slack took a weak shot, but there was traffic in front of the net, and I think Spanky Seacott got a piece of it, deflected it in, and we're tied at 5.
That's about the third goal the Raiders have got that way, sending guys in front of the net, and Mike Molino just can't seem to handle that traffic in front. Wasn't a hard shot, and I don't know what it hit something in front and found its way behind Molino, and I'll tell you, the Raiders will take them any way they can. Great save by Aaron Hardy at one end, and the Raiders come back up and tie it up. We'll wait and see who gets the goal. Jeff Slack took the shot.
Here comes Slack again, sliding it in the zone. He gets sandwiched, knocked down. There's going to be a penalty. Seacott picks it up. Here's the puck in behind the net. Slack throws a check, and the whistle blows. And there's going to be a penalty on Saratoga for the interference.
Interference call.
Again, Slack tried to bust his way through, and they just checked him. The puck was right there.
But he had touched the puck. Jeff Slack had touched the puck. I can't see an interference call on that, but personally, I thought both defensemen went down and made a good play taking him off.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a good check.
Okay, we had a power play goal. Massena's fourth goal was a power play goal. We have another Powerade power play winner, Jason Beckstead of the Daily Road Massena. Congratulations. Jason Beckstead wins a case of Powerade from Coca-Cola. The Powerade power play winners can stop out of the WMSA studios during business hours and pick up their Powerade. Massena goes back in the power play. They have 3 power play goals in this game.
And that last goal, Eric Seacott at the 11:27 mark, and that was Eric's second goal of the year. Jeff Slack picking up the assist. Jeffrey's the one who shot the puck, and Seacott in front. He's not that big. He probably hit in among those defensemen, but somehow he redirected it by Molino.
So Massena goes back on the power play. We're tied at 5 here. And again, Saratoga still got 5 guys out there. I don't think they can have 5 guys out there.
There's a minute 30 up on the clock. Somebody's got to sit down.
Correct that into the penalty number 7, Eamon
Del Giaco gets the penalty for interference. They still got 5 guys out there.
Another question, I've never seen so much lobbying in a game. When this happens, it sends you a message. Now they just talked to the official. He's going over.
Let's see what
he's going to ask. He's going to confer with the other official.
Anyway, it's 3:21. That's what's left in the period. It is the second period, 5-5 tie. Okay, now the captain goes off. That was Mark Santamore out there talking to the official. He'll go off, and Massena goes on the power play. Off the faceoff, it trickles back inside Massena territory. DeRosie with a puck. 5-5 tie. Gets it back again from Meacham. Headman, long one to Meacham, too far, knocked away, and out to center ice. DeRosie again picks it up for the Raiders. Headman pass on the stick of Rochford. Rochford moves it in front, and they dump it back out again. Seeing a little lackadaisical here, moving it in the zone. When they've had success, they've been able to get in and set up. There's a whistle.
Oh, no, I don't believe this. Oh, I think we've got a misconduct coming here. Oh.
Against who?
It's against Massena. It might be John Rochford. He got drilled over there, and he went to the bench, and as he did, he banged his stick. And there's a Jeff Day. We'll wait and see.
That is Johnny R. who's going to the box.
Oh.
You are terrible.
And we've got a comment from, and I'm not sure I disagree. I'm not going to tell you what the comment was, but
Timmy O'Shea now talking. So, does the power play advantage maintain? I guess so. I guess it's just strictly a misconduct. There's no minor with it. Well, wait a minute. No, there is a minor with it, isn't there? No, they're sending Meacham back out there.
Raider penalty number 6.
John Rochford.
A 7.5-minute misconduct. Time of
The
penalty.
crowd reacts to it.
he got raked underneath the face guard. Well,
Here's a shot from the blue line by Saratoga. That's wide. Benji Nightingale picks it up. And Massena will start from behind their own net. Raiders move it out to center ice. DeRosie running into LaTulip. LaTulip doing a good job here, forechecking. Finally, DeRosie goes to Walsh, who just deflects it inside Saratoga territory. In behind the net, the Blue Streaks don't clear the, well, they do now. Well, I'm not going to say whether they do or not. It comes back to the blue line now, goes down the ice. The Saratoga player had it in his glove for a little while there.
10 yards.
About 10 yards. Here comes O'Shea back out to center ice. O'Shea building up the head of steam. Steps by 1. By 2, offsides will be the call.
Oh, now, I don't know if you saw that one, Jerry, but number 96, LaTulip, coming back checking as he took the Raider player into the boards. It was an offside. He came right around and hit him on top of the head with his stick. Jay LaTulip got away with one there. He was frustrated when he was taken down inside the Massena blue line prior to that, and they let that one go. Missed it.
14 seconds left in the Massena man advantage here. Jeff Day coming out now with Joe Ward and Clint Kerwin. Ward cranks it deep inside Saratoga territory. 2 minutes even left in the second period. The Streaks clear it down the ice, and that's going to take care of the Massena power play. So this time they don't score a power play goal, but they've got 3 in the game. Raiders are down some defensemen. As we mentioned before, Bubba Girard not playing because he's injured. And, of course, Adam Barkley got a game misconduct. And, now it's Johnny Rochford. Here comes Gilmore. Sharp angle. Didn't get much on it. Save made. Hardy. Drew Wonky with it. Moves it along the boards. Ward trying to go to Day a little bit too far. Back down the ice. In the zone. Benji Nightingale has it knocked away by Gilmore, but he lost in his skates. Moves it in front anyway, and the shot is wide. Comes back to the blue line. They bang it in front, and it goes high over the net and comes around the boards to Kerwin. Breaks out of the zone. Here's Kerwin with it, trying to slide it through to Day. Bouncing puck comes right in front of the net and right back out to center ice. Here comes Drew Wonky. Bangs it off the glass into the zone. It goes and around the horn as Massena will make a line change here. Puck kept in the zone. We have a whistle. What do we got now? Intentional offsides.
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not going to comment on it. But a good point that you brought up. The Raiders shy 3 defensemen. Bubba hurt and Adam being sent off with that hit from behind. And now John picking up his second misconduct, I do believe. Isn't it second misconduct?
Second of the game.
Of the game. And
so that means he has to sit out a period of the game because 7.5 and 7.5. So you can't afford to lose him that long. Off the face-off, that LaTulip line out there again. Hazel can't win the draw, but it comes back to the slot. Poke check by Cameron to the blue line, out to center ice. We're going to have a hand pass on number 15 there. That is, who is that? That's the defenseman, Cowison. Yeah, actually, he had kept it in the zone. If he hadn't touched it with a hand, it would have still been in the zone.
Well, he was making sure that the Raiders, he slipped, lost his edge. You weren't sure they got a breakaway. Good, smart move by Cowson.
Absolutely. Puck dumped off the faceoff, back inside Massena territory. Comes to DeRosie. DeRosie trying to flip it along the boards, and the Raiders move it out to center ice. Back in the zone. Comes to DeRosie again. DeRosie out there along with Mike Northrup. Northrup trying to slide it ahead. It bounces in front of the Massena bench. They bang at it, comes into the Massena zone, goes by Northrup in the corner with 17 seconds left. Northrup just flips it in behind DeRosie. DeRosie steps by, a nice check, takes it. Here's DeRosie with it, bangs it along the boards, knocked away. Northrup gets a whack at it, comes into the corner. 5 seconds left, 4. They bang along the boards, and the puck cleared at the buzzer. So we played 2 periods here. He's got some more time to serve on that misconduct, probably about 3 or 4 more minutes.
And the Blue Streaks that we forgot to mention early in the broadcast, wearing their road uniforms, a dark blue with white piping and white socks trimmed with blue.
Okay, Meacham out there with his line mates. He'll face off against Tommy Ellis. Ellis with Gilmore and Santamore. Off the face-off. Meacham slides it right on. And the save made by Molino from center ice. Walsh in after it, digging for it in the corner, but it's taken away there by Mark Duffy. Doesn't clear the zone, but pokes it out to center ice then. Puck dump back in the Massena, or back in the zone. Massena had to clear, and it's right back out to center ice. Chaz Hearn with it. The offsides will be the call. And what happened there, the puck got tied up in the official skates and caused the offside.
We mentioned the Raiders, with their depth, able to carry 5 sets of D, usually dress 4. And that's nice when you were able to bring in your Paul Bronell, Chaz Hearn, and young Mr. Mike Northrup, who filling in while the Raiders are short-staffed here in this game.
Off the face-off, it goes back in the zone. Hearn trying to come up with it. He can't come up with the puck. It bounces in front. And it's poked away, back out by the blue line. The Blue Streak shuffling in the corner. Meacham flips it ahead for Walsh. Here comes Walsh, 1-on-2. He's got a trailer, and O'Shea, yeah, he kept it. Well, I thought it was offsides. Good call. There wasn't offsides as he went in ahead of the puck.
Yeah, he didn't. It was a 1-on-2, actually. It's almost a 1-on-3. Saratoga came back hard, so he was just trying to delay till he got some help. Timmy O'Shea was coming late, but offside. Just underway here in the 3rd period.
Face-off just outside the Saratoga zone. Off the draw, the puck dumped to the Massena blue line. It trickles all the way down the ice, no icing. DeRosie after it. Takes it behind the net, has it knocked away. Bounces back to the blue line, back in the corner. And in behind the Massena net again, DeRosie picking it up. This time he'll try to go to Ward on the right side, back to DeRosie. DeRosie back to Ward. Back to the blue line. Here's a shot knocked down by Jeff Day. DeRosie, he'll try the other side. It comes bouncing into the corner. Around the horn. Kerwin gets tied up. Puck free in the corner again. After it is Chris Payne centering pass in front, but it's blocked. And the puck comes in the corner. And around the boards it goes. Ward trying to come back for it. It goes back to the blue line, kept in at the point. Here's a drive through traffic. It did not get through as it was knocked down by Chaz Hearn, and he just dumps it down the ice. Icing will be called on Massena. 13:24 left in the 3rd period, and on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, we're tied at 5.
See if the Blue Streaks will shorten their bench. That 4th line gets out there in this 3rd period, 5-5. It all depends, I'm sure, on the tempo of the game and what the score is, but he has spotted Kevin O'Toole out there. Raiders, on the other hand, going 1, 2, 3, and 4 consistently.
We've got LaTulip's line out there now against Hazel. Right off the face-off, the shot is wide, bounced off some bodies. LaTulip in the corner, flips it in behind the net. It comes to Benji Nightingale. He gets tied up, trying to stay with it, taken away from him by Payne. Payne centers to LaTulip, short side shot, save made. Bounces back to the blue line. Here's a shot, another save made. Hardy holds on for the face-off. Whoa.
Aaron Hardy standing tall. The first save from a tough angle from number 22, Tommy Ellis. But then the rebound kicked back out to the right point and dropping down Aaron Cowanson. And he just drilled one. And Hardy able to come up with a big save and hole for the rebound. Aaron Hardy has really been standing tall here this afternoon for the Raiders.
Face off in the Massena zone. Matt Hazel out there with Cameron. And that's going to be Sean Kellogg getting wing duties this time. Face off in the Massena zone, left side of the goaltender, Aaron Hardy. 13:04 left, third period. 5-5 tie on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Drew Wonky has got a problem with his helmet. Mike Cameron helping him out there, straightening it out. And apparently couldn't fix it, so he's going to come off the ice. And Eric DeRosie will go back out.
Drew, not a very good technician.
Off the faceoff, puck sits in the circle. They whack at it, goes into the corner. Hazel trying to move it along the boards, takes a shot, bangs for it. Cameron in there. It's poked out to center ice. Dumped back in the zone, in behind the net. Here's DeRosie with it. Flipping it along the boards to Kellogg. Doesn't clear the zone. Here's a shot knocked down. Raiders going to move it out. Here comes Kellogg picking up the loose puck. Takes it across. Kellogg, what do we got? A delay penalty, or a delay offsides, that's what it is. Offsides the call.
You mentioned Raiders' last game until after the holidays. Malone Huskies will be in here next Saturday afternoon.
Right.
1:30 start.
Raiders coming back out now with their fourth line, the Jeff Slack line. And back to the Tom Ellis line for Saratoga. So they're back to 3, or they're at 3. We'll see if their fourth line does get out at all. Off the face-off, Slack flips it in the zone. Picked up by the defenseman, Rubin. He clears it to center ice. DeRosie's there for Massena. Shovels it back in. Raiders clear the zone. Puck in behind the net. Rubin again. Trying to flip it around the boards. DiAgostino throws a check. The puck bounces free. And it's out to center ice. Slack just couldn't keep it in the zone. Comes to the Massena line. DeRosie is there. Flips it around behind the net for Benji Nightingale. Nightingale bangs it ahead to neutral ice. Here comes Slack and DiAgostino and Seacott across the blue line. They're going to call him for a hand pass.
Raiders almost caught a break. Excuse me, defenseman Phil Eustace fell down at the red line, and Raiders were able to knock it ahead, but it knocked it ahead with a hand, and if not, it would have been a 3-on-1 rush for Massena. But good call by the official.
Meacham will take the face-off now as he's back out there. Off the draw, here comes Walsh, cranks it up, fired it in the corner. In behind the net, picked up on the defense, that's Mike Duffy. Around the board, stolen by O'Shea. O'Shea gets tied up and skates away from the check. Here's O'Shea in front. Walsh couldn't get it on his stick. And it's cleared to the blue line and down the ice. Now there's going to be a foot race for it. If it gets there, it's going to be a 2-on-1. It is in front. Hardy got a stick on it. The bouncer in front of the net, and they couldn't come up with it. Here comes Walsh back the other way. Here's Justin Walsh. Has it poke checked away at the last second. Following up is Meacham. Meacham takes it across, but O'Shea was caught deep, and the offsides is called.
Great move by Aaron Hardy as he intercepted that clearing pass. He had a blue streak coming right down the slot. He got the stick out and intercepted it, went up in the air and came back down. In a second streak, that was Eamon Del Giaco coming down, and he was all alone. And as he went to one time, and the puck bounced right over his stick. 2 good opportunities for the Blue Streaks.
Ward's line, or Day's line out rather, but it's kept in by Ward at the blue line, and he flips it in the corner. He gets impeded, but comes up with a puck anyway, throws a check. Now Day is in there digging for it. He gets tied up. The Streaks come up with it to the blue line out to center ice. We have a whistle. We're going to have matching minors as Ward mixing it up with one of the Blue Streaks, and they'll both get the gate.
After the fact, the play had gone the other way, and
that's going
number 15, Joe Ward.
That's going to be Chad Lewis.
Chad Lewis, the defenseman for the Blue Streaks. They had a little set to behind the net, and
Lewis made a real good play tying Ward up in the corner, and after the little extracurricular, after the play went back the other way. So we'll go to 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. 11:11 left in the third period. Corky's Collision scoreboard says 5-5. Latulip the face-off against Day. And we have a hand pass. And we'll do it all over again.
He anticipated it was going to be. I'm not sure the other player had touched it yet.
No, they hadn't touched it.
He anticipated the play being made.
Who? Mike LaPointe? No kidding. Just saw Michael between periods. Off the face-off. Puck dumped in the Massena zone. Wonky in after it. Flipping it around for Clint Kerwin. Kerwin starts up.
Those college kids can always use a few bucks.
Oh, yeah. I hope Bobby doesn't take his cut. Here's the shot from Latula from way outside. That's kicked aside by Hardy. Puck comes free in the corner. Raiders trying to come up with it. That's Mike Northrup. Northrup gets tied up, then comes with the puck and moves it ahead out to center ice. And it's picked up on the defense by Del Jocko, I should say. Now back come the Blue Streaks. Slides in the Massena zone. After it is Drew Wonky in behind the net, has it taken away. Northrup comes in and helps out, though, makes a good play. Here comes Northrup, building up the head of steam. Takes it by one. Here's Northrup, still has the puck. He's 1-on-4. Is he going to get the shot off? He doesn't get the shot off. But now the puck dumped down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Blue Streaks. Good job by Mike Northrup that time.
Big Mike, he's only a sophomore, lumbering up that right side, and he took the whole Blue Streak contingent with him. What it allowed, he looked up and he said, "Where'd all my teammates go?" They all had made a line change en masse. One white shirt and 5 blue shirts, but he allowed the Massena to get a good line change out there.
Johnny Rochford has served his time. He's back out on the ice now with DeRosie, Hazel, and Cameron. Face off in the Streak zone. Off the draw puck in the corner, around the boards. Rochford keeps it in momentarily, and it's out to center ice. Here come the Streaks. They got a partial 2-on-1. Cross the blue line, broken up, and it goes in the corner. Good job by DeRosie. Around the boards to Michael Cameron. Cameron picks up the puck, skates it in behind, and goes around to DeRosie. DeRosie, head man, bounces to Hazel to Cameron. Here comes Cameron and Hazel, 2-on-2. Takes it across. The penalties have expired. Cameron to Hazel, knocked away. DeRosie follows. Here's DeRosie. Centers to Cameron. His stick is tied up, and the puck goes around the boards into the corner. Bang for it there. The puck bounces free to the blue line. Rochford trying to go to Cameron. Here's Cameron in the corner. Mike Cameron with a puck now, looking to move it side of the net. He still has it. Cameron. He's out there with Farmer now and Hazel. Now comes in behind the net. The Streaks rip it around. Rochford keeps it in at the point. Shovels it to Cameron again. Here's Cameron in the circle. Gets a shot. Nice save. Rebound. They bang at it. Oh, Mike Cameron got robbed, and the Streaks fire it down the net. That'll be an icing call against Saratoga. Great opportunity for Massena.
Great opportunity for Mike Cameron, and he created it all himself with good hard work in behind and in the corners, and he continues to impress the Raider coaching staff and the fans. Good effort, and it almost paid off in a goal.
Face off right side, inside Streak territory. Now it's the slack line out there for Massena. Off the draw. Back to the blue line and out to center ice. Right back in the zone it goes, off the stick of Rochford. Streaks try to go a man breaking. It'll be another icing call as they tried to flip it ahead. That's Kevin O'Toole, and they've got their 4th line out there. So Coach Bobby Santamore also going with 4 occasionally, not regularly like Massena, but they get out there.
But again, they use these games as learning experiences. They want to get everybody some ice time, and I like that philosophy by the coaching staff when they do that. Their big games doesn't count in the standing, things like that. They want to win, but this is how you get better down the road.
Slack will take the face-off again against Dave O'Connor. Off the draw. DiAgostino digging for it. Streaks control, though, and move it out to center ice. And dumping it in the zone. Goes in behind the net. Hardy out to play it. Leaves it. And it's back to the blue line. Here's the drive through traffic. Knocked down in front. The shot. Save. Hardy. Rebound. Cleared into the corner. There's another shot over the net. Big save by Aaron Hardy. Oh, boy. And the Raiders clear it out to center ice. Here comes Seacott with Slack. 2-on-1. Here's Slack in front. Slack shot. Save made. Big save by Molino. And the puck goes free in the corner. Big saves at each end. And now the puck is controlled by the Streaks as they move it out to center ice. Here comes Saratoga across the blue line into the zone, and they just dump it in the corner. Puck goes in behind the net. Benji Nightingale with it. Flips it around for DeRosie. Eric DeRosie just slides it ahead, has it knocked away. That's Latulip in front, the shot. The save made. Cleared back toward the blue line. Poked into the corner. Benji Nightingale just moves it ahead down the sideline. Big, big saves. Back come the Streaks the other way. They catch Massena on a line change, but the dump pass just doesn't work, and the puck goes into the corner. Big Meacham with it. Meacham has the pass knocked away. Now it comes to O'Shea. O'Shea, headman, meant for Walsh, knocked away. The bouncing puck back in the zone. Delay offside, but Massena clears. Ahead to Walsh. O'Shea busts in the zone one-on-one. Here's O'Shea. Gets by the shot. Another big save. And holding on, Molino. Ho-ho! We have seen some great play here in the third period.
This is what it's all about. You couldn't get any better than that. Both goaltenders really rising to the occasion. Aaron Hardy, he just stoned Kevin O'Toole, that fourth liner, who's got a goal earlier today, and then he stoned Jay LaTulip and back the other way. Molino, who hasn't had, to be honest, a real sharp game. He had two great saves, one off of Jeff Slack, and that one right there just robbing Timmy O'Shea.
Oh, boy.
Great action up and down.
Face-off will be inside Saratoga territory. About halfway through the third period, still tied at 5. 5-5 tie on the Corky scoreboard. Off the draw, O'Shea can't get the shot off, has to dump it in behind the net. Picked up there by Duffy. Duffy and Walsh go together. The puck squirts free to Del Giaco. Del Giaco around the horn, not out of the zone. Meacham with that long reach keeps it in, flips it in behind the net. They try the other side. Oh, hard check thrown by Walsh, trying to pick up the puck. The puck around the boards, digging for it, O'Shea. Back to Walsh in behind. Walsh gets impeded, comes away with the puck, trying to drop it for O'Shea behind the net. O'Shea centers it in front, and he couldn't get a shot off as Walsh came after it. Now the puck comes to Walsh behind. Here's Walsh to O'Shea. O'Shea steps in front, can't get the shot off. It's knocked away, and is cleared out to center ice. Oh, boy. Puck trickles back in the Massena zone. Drew Wonky with it, rips it around the boards. Line change is going on. The puck trickles ahead to O'Shea. He's got a man breaking in Walsh, one-on-one. He winds up his shot, fired it wide. O'Shea after it in the corner. O'Shea centers it right across the goal mouth. Couldn't get it free. Walsh digging in the corner for it. He gets knocked down. The puck comes in front, and the Blue Streaks move it to the blue line and out to... No, it's kept in at the point by Jeff Day. Now the puck in the corner. The game is picked up a notch. Day steal, shot, score! Jeff Day! And Massena goes ahead 6-5 on a bad pass in front of the net. And the Raiders have taken the lead here. What a goal by Jeff Day.
Well, again, being in the right spot at the right time. Jeff Day was in the right spot at the right time, and really... Number 15, Aaron Collins, and just a giveaway, had the puck in the corner to the left. He just wanted to, they wanted to get a line change wide open in the middle. Just about everybody else had left the zone, figured he's going to dump it out. He fanned on the clearing pass right to Jeff Day, and he just picked it up to the left of Molino and drilled it home, and the Raiders are up 6-5.
6-5 with 6:10 left in the third period. Puck in the zone now. Here's DeRosie with it. Flips it over to Rochford, back to DeRosie in the Massena zone. Here's DeRosie, bounces it ahead for Ward, can't clear the zone, kept in. Here come the Blue Streaks, but the play broken up there by DeRosie. Now the puck in behind the net, picked up by Rochford. Rochford gets tied up, but stays with it. Here's Rochford, his pass knocked down, but it comes to DeRosie, and DeRosie moves it ahead for Ward. Ward gets railed. Puck comes to the blue line, back out to center ice, DeRosie with it. Now to Ward. Ward just pokes it across the blue line in the zone. Here come the Streaks. They got a man breaking across the blue line. Ellis flips it ahead. Here's a drive. Hardy makes the save. The rebound in the corner. Raiders pick it up and move it ahead. Ward out to center ice. Here's Ward just flipping it into the zone. Picked up there by the defenseman, Eustace. Massena making a line change. Here comes Eustace out of his own end. Long headman pass. Goes to the red line, into the Massena zone. Right there is DeRosie. DeRosie bangs it ahead, too far for Seacott, but DiAgostino comes up with it. Here's DiAgostino, poke checked away. Now following up is Cameron to DiAgostino, knocked away from him, in behind the net by Chris Payne. Payne with the puck, bounces it ahead to the blue line, kept in, no, it bounces out. Cameron back after it. Here's Cameron across the blue line. Michael Cameron stops in the circle, back to the point. Nightingale shot is, well, he didn't get much on it. Here comes back the other way, the Streaks, 3-on-2 across the blue line, and they didn't get the shot off as Gosier just couldn't come up with it. Puck in behind. Raiders control. Here comes Matt Hazel. Hazel gets by the check. Here comes Hazel from the blue line, dumps it, and it hit a body and bounces back the other way. Back comes Chris Payne across the blue line, gets by the D, the shot, the save made, and the rebound picked up by Benji Nightingale. Moves it ahead out to center ice. 4:20 left, 6-5 Massena. And it's quite a game. Back across the blue line, LaTulip can't get it in the zone. Back comes Massena the other way. It comes free to Duffy. Duffy flips it ahead, knocked away. Cameron Cameron trying to move it to Benji Nightingale, and he just dumps it in the zone. Here comes Hazel, 1-on-4, in behind the net, is going to try to wrap it in front. The shot from behind the net, and goaltender Molino will cover it up. And hold on, I guess that was O'Shea, excuse me. I was going to say Hazel doesn't quite have those moves, but it was Timmy O'Shea, not 14, not 24, but anyway, he had a good opportunity.
Up and down action. Both teams really picked their game up here in the closing minutes of this third period. That go-ahead goal is first of the year. Jeff Day, unassisted, coming at the 8:50 mark.
Off the faceoff, back to Wonky. Quick snapshot, save made Molino, and he holds on. He had Justin Walsh right on top of him, and he held on to it. 3:57 left in the third period. Raiders lead 6-5. This has been a dandy, to say the least.
Well, it's you and I both agree. It's so much more enjoyable to do good games. Last night it was tough doing, and that one club was just outmatched last night. But it's been a real pleasure here this afternoon. And
we had a feeling this would be a good game.
Yeah, Coach Bobby Sandamore said we're young and small, but they hold their own. I'll tell you.
A lot of savvy. Well, they're going to ice the puck that time. The whistle will blow, and the faceoff will come back inside Saratoga territory.
And I don't know if I agree with his assessment that they're being small. They don't look that small to me from up here. They look pretty good size. But they are a young club, as we mentioned, and they're going to be a force if they can stay together, a force to be reckoned with. And if not next year, which certainly the year after. But look out.
They're certainly not too bad this year.
No, they're not.
Off the faceoff, Raiders control to Drew Wonky at the point. His shot deflected. O'Shea got a stick on it on the way through. Comes to Meacham in the corner. Behind the net for Timmy O'Shea. He gets tied up. Puck comes bouncing free to the blue line. Nightingale trying to flip it through, but it's knocked away. Comes back outside. Here's Benji Nightingale again. Dumps it ahead for Walsh. Takes it across. Winds up shot. Save. Where is it? In behind the net. They bang at it, and the whistle blows. And I'll tell you what, Molino looked. Oh, now there's some pushing and shoving. Molino looked behind him. He had no idea where it was, but it was underneath him, apparently.
A blue darter from just outside of the top of the right face-off circle by Justin Walsh. He scorched a low bullet through traffic, and Molino was able to pick it up at the last second, but he did turn around. He thought that was behind him, and we'll probably have matching penalties here. Eric Meacham is going to go for the Raiders, and we'll see who enters the box for the Blue Streaks.
They're going to be 2 each. They're going to call O'Shea as well. I knew we couldn't get through the third period.
I knew it.
3:24 left in the third. Both teams will be assessed 2 penalties, 2 minor penalties.
Mark Santamore's one for the Blue Streaks. I'm not sure it's, and number 22 is the other, and that's Tommy Ellis. So 4 pretty good hockey players will spend the next minute and a half in the, I don't know why the face-off is coming outside here.
They move it outside the zone for some reason. So we've got Jeff Day's line out there now. Joe Ward on one wing, Clint Kerwin on the other. It's going to be the LaTulip line out there for the Blue Streaks. Off the face-off. A bouncing puck comes to Ward, takes it across, trying to flip it in the corner. Defenseman made a great play. That was Chad Lewis breaking it up. And back the other way come the Streaks. They dump it deep in Massena territory. Comes to Rochford in behind the net. 3:07 left, third period. Puck comes to Kerwin. He just dances it out to center ice. Smart play there by Kerwin. Dump back in the zone. Going to come to Rochford. Johnny's got a lot of time, but he didn't want to wait too long. Then he moves it out to center ice. 6-5, Raiders lead by a singleton. Streaks dump it across the blue line. Here's a shot, deflected in front. It goes into the corner. In behind the net, Gilmore took a whack at it. Now the puck bounces side of the net, and in behind again, here's LaTulip. LaTulip gets tied up behind the net. We have a whistle. Oh boy, another penalty. And DeRosie's going to get the gate. I didn't see the penalty.
Call. He's
it happened behind the plate.
In front of the net. I didn't see it. And he's threatening him with a misconduct. One more word, I could hear that. But 2:35 left in this exciting hockey game between the Saratoga Blue Streaks and the Massena Red Raiders. 2:35 with the Raiders up 6-5.
So the minute-and-a-half penalty, going to be a power play for Saratoga. So the Raiders have got to really, really settle in here and try to kill this one off.
So they've got out there Mike Cameron up front, along with Anthony D'Agostino and John Rochefort and Drew Wonke on the points.
Off the faceoff, Cameron wins the draw, goes to Rochefort in behind the net, looks to move it down the ice. Well, it didn't go down the ice. I don't know who it hit. Took a funny bounce, but comes right back to Drew Wonke in the corner. He waits, and then he's going to shovel it down the ice. Going to bounce right on, and Molino has to make a 110-foot save. Back out to center ice. Puck stolen by Wonke. He waits and shovels it back inside Saratoga territory. We're down to nearing the 2-minute mark. About a minute left in the power play. So far, the Raiders have done a good job. Cameron out there forechecking. Cameron, D'Agostino, Wonke, and Rochefort. The Streaks dump it in the Massena zone. Comes around the boards. LaTulip gets a piece of it, flips it in behind, but Wonke's there from Massena. Goes around the boards for D'Agostino. Anthony trying to clear it out, and the guy made a block. Now it's lofted, goes up into the bench by Drew Wonke.
Excuse me, Jerry.
Go ahead.
40 seconds left in this power play, and the Raiders have been successful so far. Saratoga hasn't been able to mount a shot on goal.
1:45 left in the third period. 6-5, Massena continues to lead by 1. Now we've got Walsh out there, and we're going to have a timeout, I believe. Yep, that's what it's going to be, a timeout.
I'm not sure who called it. I think Saratoga did. Coach Bobby Santamore not pleased with
your Gilmore's on the other. Yeah, it is. And we've got on the points, we've got Chad Lewis, who has been their best defenseman, and I'm not sure who the other, probably Eustace.
You notice he's got 2 of those 3 centers out there.
Yep,
Tulip
that's right.
and Ellis.
Okay, for Massena, Timmy O'Shea is out there with Justin Walsh. We've got Drew Wonke, who've been real steady on defense since he came back, and John Rochefort. Face off just at the top of the circle, off the draw. It bounces right in on net, and holding on for the face-off will be Aaron Hardy. The shot, the face-off came out toward the blue line, and Eustace just kind of lifted it in the air, and it was like catching a little pop fly for Aaron Hardy.
Saratoga have been very successful on the face-off, so we don't have any stats on that this afternoon, but won a lot of the draws here this afternoon.
Now they're going to toss O'Shea out of the face-off circle.
Well, we haven't seen that one. They haven't called that one tonight. So.
Well, there we go. So Ellis will step in against Walsh. They win the draw. Here's a shot. Ooh, that was up over the corner, and they missed. They just missed. Puck bounces free. Rochefort can't clear the zone. Wonke gets a piece of it, and Massena clears it out to center ice. Good play there. Again, Massena had a chance to clear and didn't, and boy, that can hurt sometimes. Didn't that time. Puck around the boards comes to Wonke. Stops it in behind the net, looking to waste a little time. And the puck's still in there. Finally, it squirts free, and Rochefort comes up with it. And out to center ice. And right back the other way. 3 seconds. They pulled their goalie across the blue line. They got the extra attacker. Trying to center it in front. The shot. Is it in? No goal. I don't believe it's a goal.
Number 13, Gilmore thinks it's a goal. He had his hands in the air. He was sent in. Beautiful pass, Gilmore in alone, and I think Aaron Hardy just stoned him. What a save by Aaron Hardy. Gilmore had his hands in the air. The light didn't go on, and the official did not signal a goal, I do not believe. Let's wait and see.
He didn't signal a goal, and Steve Kotzen was right on the line.
Well, at least Timmy O'Shea is going to pick up a penalty. Let's wait and see here.
What was the penalty for?
Well, let's find out if there's a goal have been scored or not. Saratoga thinks they have. The faceoff looks like it's going to be outside the blue line. Aaron Hardy.
Not a goal, but it's a penalty.
Another great save by Aaron Hardy.
And now the captain comes over the bench, and well, there we go. We hadn't seen a goal call. Well, look, I don't know if it was a goal or not, Dave.
96 sent just delayed about 20 feet out in front. He delayed, brought both defensemen to him, flipped the puck over their sticks, and Gilmore broke in behind, all alone in on Hardy, and he tried to deke him to go between his legs in the 5-hole, but Aaron Hardy was able to stack the pads. A great save. Just prior to that, they won the draw and got it back to Gilmore, and he went for his favorite stop, top right-hand corner, just shot wide.
It was a hit after the whistle is what the call was. And Meacham takes the block on the pass, but here they come again. LaTulip across the blue line. Gilmore shot, save. Harding, he holds on. And we'll have a face-off in the Massena zone with 49 seconds left in the third period. 6-5 Raiders lead. Yeah, we've seen it all right. They're going to pull their goaltender, of course, which in effect gives them a two-man advantage.
I'll tell you, Aaron Hardy, 5'8", but he's playing like he's about 10'8" here this afternoon. He's given up 5 goals, but I'll tell you, he's made some outstanding saves in between the pipes for the Raiders. And if he can just hold off for another 45 seconds, shut the door, the Raiders will go into the holiday break with a great feeling.
Off the faceoff, puck sits in the circle, side of the net, Meacham. Trying to go after it in the corner. They got a man in front. Hardy gets a piece of it. Here's a shot. Where's the puck? His save made by Hardy. He covers up. And we're down to 42 seconds left.
Scramble in front, number 96. LaTulip had a shot at it. Gilmore had a shot at it. I'll tell you, number 14, that's Mike Payne. He also had a good crack at it. Melee in front, but somehow Aaron Hardy was able to keep the doors closed.
42 seconds left in the third period. Still 6-5 Massena. Massena making some changes. Cameron will come out with Walsh. Cameron to take the face off. Off the draw. The puck comes back out by the blue line. Saratoga had a little problem with it. They move it in front. They get a man. Here's a shot. And I don't know where that puck went, but it didn't go on the net. Puck in the corner now. Raiders, do they clear it? They kept it in at the point. Sprawling poke check, gets it out to center ice. Justin Walsh with a super play. Here comes Cameron. He gets hauled down. There's going to be a penalty on Saratoga, and the whistle blows as Mike Cameron made just a great play. Now there's pushing and shoving with 20 seconds left.
Cooler heads have to prevail. Great effort by Justin Walsh, getting that puck sliding along the ice to clear the zone. Got a lot of frustration trying to coming forth here, and I think I know where the frustration comes from, but we have 20 seconds left. Saratoga is going to pick up a penalty.
And I think there's going to be some matching penalties as well. And again, this really didn't end up being much of anything but a little pushing and shoving.
That's right.
Saratoga picked up the initial penalty, and that is really all they need to call. 20 seconds left. 6-5, Massena leads. The faceoff will be by the Saratoga blue line.
The puck came back to the point, and Saratoga defenseman, I think Lewis, dropped down to keep it in and to sustain that pressure. But Justin Walsh came barreling out, and he slid along the ice and took not only himself, Lewis, and the puck outside the zone to take some of that pressure off. And then Michael Cameron came along, picked it up, and was going down the right side, and just getting ready to unleash a shot at that empty net, and he was hauled down by the Saratoga player. But
and so now they're trying to get things straightened around here.
Well, it
is a Saratoga penalty on LaTulip. Now, as to whether they assess the matching minors, I don't know. They probably did, though.
At this stage of the game, who knows? But we do know that it's 6-5. The Raiders 20 seconds away from a hard-fought, come-from-behind victory here, and a very, very entertaining hockey game.
Certainly has been so far. And you got to give Justin Walsh an awful lot of credit. Made a great play right at the blue line. And then Michael Cameron picking up the puck. And again, he was just trying to waste time, lug it down, and he got hauled down as he was barging his way through a couple of Saratoga players.
A lot of accolades out there for both sides today. The Raiders, I'm sure. Let's take a look at that. For example, the defensive core, understaffed. We mentioned 3 of the players out. Adam Barker left early with that hit from behind, and Bubba Girard was out, and John Rocheford spent some time in the sin bin with 2 misconducts, so they had to pull up their socks and do extra duty. And just, when they were down by 2 goals, they came battling back.
Now LaTulip is heading toward the, I don't know what's going on here.
Very, very frustrating. The fans are frustrated. They say, let's get on with the game. 20 seconds, let's go. The players are confused on both sides, and the coaching staff, I'm sure they've got 1,001 questions they could ask, but the gate is open, and
our camera lady just got paged. Okay.
Here comes the announcement.
Tulip,
A minute and a half for hooking.
he got a hook.
Game misconduct.
Game misconduct for what?
Saratoga's number 13, Craig Gilmore.
Gilmore picked up a penalty. Roughing. And that was it?
Massena's number
Motion is shoving. Nothing, call that penalty, get on with the game. Don't detract from what's been a pretty exciting hockey game.
Okay, we're down to 20 seconds on the clock. 6-5, Massena leads. The face-off is going to be by the Saratoga blue line, which means they got to keep the goalie in. And also, they've lost their man advantage with the penalty.
That's right. The big thing, having to put that goaltender back in there.
Meacham and Walsh will be out there, along with John Rochford and Eric DeRosie. You always had a heck of a game today, Drew Wonky.
Yes, all the Wonkies had a fine game, as we mentioned. They had to pull up their socks, to make up the slack for those that were missing.
Okay, face-off. Off the draw, it goes back in the Saratoga zone. They got a man trying to break a man out of there. Controlled by the Blue Streaks. They move it to the red line, shovel it in the Massena blue line. DeRosie waved at it, didn't get it out of the zone. A man goes by in front. DeRosie picks it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the buzzer. Massena wins it 6-5. That's a huge win for Massena.
And a great play right at the end by John Rochford when he upended number 22, Tommy Ellis, which was with a half a step of going.